Baby man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys. And y'all know I have to talk about this one. Y'all know I have to talk about this one. The NBA world is talking about it. And you know I have to talk about it. And that is this. Ja Morant, a.k.a. John Warrant. Yeah, that's the nickname given to him by Black Twitter. Like, I'm not joking here. So, if you've been under a rock, pretty much, then here's what's been going on. So, Ja Morant was in apparently it was a strip club, and he was on Instagram. He posted a video, or he was live on Instagram. He was doing one of the two, and he was sporting a gun. So, now, before we move on with that, he didn't shoot anybody with the gun. He didn't kill anybody with the gun. He didn't try to kill anyone with the gun or anything like that. Or as far as I know, I didn't see the video. He didn't threaten anybody with the gun. But he did post a clip or was live streaming on Instagram with a gun in some bar or strip club or something in Denver, Colorado. So first of all, I'm like, what are you doing at a club in Denver, Colorado? Like, what the heck? Really? Denver, Colorado? Like, that's already a fail in my book right there. But, so, what's going on here? So, Ja has been missing games. Now, the team, the Memphis Grizzlies, have already suspended him for 2 games, and he already served those 2-game suspensions. It was against the Clippers and the Lakers. But he's going to miss 4 more games. Well, he did come out with a statement basically saying that he was going to take time off to further improve himself as a human being. You know, I'm just basically quoting what he said here. And matter of fact, here's the quote right here. This is from CBSSports.com. And he said the following: I take full responsibility for my actions last night. This happened on March 3rd, by the way. And then continuing with the quote: I'm sorry to my family, teammates, coaches, fans, partners, the city of Memphis, and the entire Grizzlies organization for letting you down. I'm going to take some time away to get help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being. So that was the statement that he released. Now, this ain't the first time he's been involved with some issues. Now, I will admit, I have not heard of this until recently, though. But he has been involved with some other stuff. So, for example, here we go right here. In early February, the Indiana Pacers reported that their team bus was targeted by a laser that came from a car carrying Ja Morant and his associates. Members of the Pacers believe the laser was attached to a gun, though the league could not collaborate that a weapon was involved. You know, obviously you got them toy lasers that y'all can see. And depending on where you are, I don't know the full details behind that. Those types of lasers are banned because of what they could mean. Like, you know, so there was that. Then there was another issue where a teenage boy said that Morant punched him in the head 12 or 13 times following a dispute during a pickup basketball game. And the teenager said that Morant had a gun tucked in his pants, though he did not remove it. Morant, however, claimed self-defense. And then there was another incident where a mall security guard said he was threatened by Morant and a number of his associates during a verbal confrontation, though no arrests were made. So apparently there have been a lot of issues involving Ja Morant. So here's the thing about this. Let's talk about the law side of this real quick. So an investigation was going on involving Colorado. I believe this was the Colorado State Police Department, wherever the case may be. But here's the deal. Colorado is an open carry state. So every state have, I think, I'm not 100% sure on this. I'm not an expert, but I want to say that every state have different gun laws. And if that's true, that's already a problem within this country. And I don't want to go into why. But nevertheless, here's the deal. Colorado is an open carry state, referring to guns. Although there are exceptions to the law, including the carrying of a firearm on federal property. And also, it is illegal in Colorado to basically hold a gun, to have a gun on you while under the influence of alcohol. So, if there were any evidence that Ja Morant was carrying that gun and drinking, yeah, he could get in trouble with the Colorado Police Department, like the Colorado State Police Department. He could have got in trouble with that. However, it was reported, like I think an hour or so before I started this recording, that the Colorado State Police Department ended the investigation and they found nothing that basically means that Ja Morant is getting in trouble with the state of Colorado. So there was nothing there that could get him in trouble with the state of Colorado. So he don't have to worry about that anymore. Now he have, well, I wouldn't necessarily say bigger issues, but he have another huge hurdle to come across here. And that is this. If Ja Morant, if he had that gun and the team's playing, so let me find this article. So we're going to go to Basketball Network right here. So here's the deal. If it is possible, like basically his thing, basketballnetwork.net says this. If it's indeed confirmed that Morant had possession of the gun while on the Grizzlies flight, then he's going to be charged for committing a civil offense. So this is basically like a corporate crime, so to speak. So basically the deal is this. And, you know, we got to go back to the whole Gilbert Arena situation, if y'all remember that situation. But here's the deal. You cannot have a gun at any team facilities or on the team plane. So that means the arena as well. So what happened with Gilbert Arenas going back in the 09-2010 season, Gilbert Arenas, who were playing for the Washington Wizards, and Javaris Crittenton were both suspended for the remainder of that season for bringing guns into the team locker room. And that was like 50 games. That was straight up 50 games. As a matter of fact, here's the CBA regarding the possession of a gun by a player. Section 9, firearms and other weapons. Whenever a player is physically presented at a facility or venue owned, operated, or being used by a team, the NBA, or any league-related entity, and whenever a player is traveling on an NBA-related business like the team plane, whether on behalf of the player's team, the NBA, or any league-related entity, such player shall not possess a firearm of any kind or any other deadly weapon. For purposes of the foregoing, a facility or venue includes, but is not limited to, an arena, like I just said, like a few minutes ago, a practice facility, a team or league office or facility, an all-star or NBA playoff venue, and the site of a promotional or charitable appearance. Any violation of Section 9A or Section 9B, and I just read to you, well, I just read to you Section 9A. I didn't see anything about Section 9B in this quote under CBSSports.com, by the way, but we're going to continue on. Above shall be considered conduct prejudicial to the NBA under Article 35D of the NBA Constitution and bylaws, and shall therefore subject the player to discipline by the NBA in accordance with such article. So let's look at Article 35D, which is this following. The commissioner shall have the power to suspend for a definite or indefinite period, or to impose a fine not exceeding $1 million, or inflict both such suspended and fine upon any person who, in his opinion, shall have been guilty of conduct prejudicial or detrimental to the association. So, and I'm quoting CBSSports.com here. So basically, if Morant is found guilty of violating the CBA, basically if the gun was on the team's plane or at any of the facilities, it would be up to Commissioner Adam Silver to hand down a punishment. At that point, he can choose to fine Morant up to $1 million and or serve a suspension. There isn't an established suspension length for the situation. So if Morant is suspended by the league, the length will be at Adam Silver's discretion. So it could be 50 games. It could be less than 50 games. We don't know. So they still doing it. The league is doing an investigation whether or not Ja had that gun in the plane or in any of the team facility or arena or anywhere. And if he's caught with that gun and anything involving the NBA or the Memphis Grizzlies, yeah, he's going to get hit with that Article 35D. We don't know what that is exactly, but the worst case scenario here is 50 games. That is the worst case scenario here. So there you go with that. It's going to be very interesting. And before I call it a wrap, here's my thing about this, man. Like, it's kind of hard to say whether or not he should be suspended or whatever the case may be. He purposely taking time off. Like, yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies team, not the league, not the NBA, but the Memphis Grizzlies have already suspended him 2 games. Even though Ja did say he was going to take time off. So I don't think it was necessary for the Grizzlies to do that. And then it was reported that he's going to miss 4 more games. I don't know whose idea that was. I'm not sure if that was Ja's or if that was the team. But nevertheless, Ja did say he was going to take time off. And, you know, with that statement. And it was not clear, according to that announcement that I read anyway, how long he going to be taking time off, whether he's suspended or not. But he was going to take time off. So, and here's my thing about this whole situation, man. This dude is 23, and he's, at the moment, he's making about $250 million. That's a lot of money. And this dude is 23. And he is like a superstar in the league, man. He is a legit superstar in the league. And if you would have seen his father on TV, his father act like he's one of Ja's homeboys. And I'm at the, it's at the point where it's like, bro, you can't be acting like his homeboy. You need to act like his father, because you are his father. And I'm like, yo, you need to sit him down and explain to him why this ain't cool and why this could mess up your money. And I don't know who he rolling with, who his associates are, but if they want to get some of Ja's money, because more than likely, if you're an associate of an NBA player at that age, they'll hook you up with bread, you know, you're traveling all over and blah, 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 stuff like that. And the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. If you, again, trying to continue to get some of Ja's money, because Ja looking out for his homeboys, whatever the case may be, you have to be smart with him and say, yo, you can't be doing that. Otherwise, it's going to mess up you getting money, and in turn, it's going to mess us up getting money. So, like, they have to be really smart regarding how to handle this situation. And this is for anybody who's trying to get into the league, especially if you're like, I don't know, like 19, 18, 20, 20, whatever. I don't care how young you are trying to get to this league. You got to be smart with your money. You got to be smart, because especially if you're black, especially African Americans, because stuff like this only happens once. And if you mess up, then as an African American, you ain't gonna get another shot unless you are a huge name. You ain't gonna get another shot. So if you mess up at a young age, you're done. It's over. So you gotta shape up, man, in order for you to maintain your money, to keep your money, and continue to make money. You know, so there you go with that. That's all I have for you guys. And I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.